What's up? What's up? All right, all right, all right. Move this rock out of the way. It is flipping hot out here. I got out here late. It's been a rough morning. Boat wouldn't start. Had to jump it. But you know what? We're here and we're fishing. And that's all that freaking matters, right? I'm getting tied up right now. And then it'll be game on. On like Donkey Kong. So I'm tying on the donkey rig right now. I got a chatterbait tied on already to my other rod. So I'm going to start with those two. And then we'll see what happens from there. So welcome in, guys. Rod, what's happening, brother? I am just now getting on the water. It's been a fuck show of a morning. Got out of the house late. Had some issues getting here. Got to the store. Went in to get some water and, you know, a few things. Bought a couple of mackerel because I'm going to fish for some cat today as well. I have my big old cat rods, which is actually my tuna rod. Then I'm going to throw some mackerel on and just let that dead stick itself around while I'm doing the thing for the bass here. But when I got to the store, the fucking Budweiser delivery truck blocked me and I couldn't get out of the parking lot. It took me like 45 minutes to get out of there. Dude refused to move. So I got his truck number. I reported him to Budweiser. So I just happen to have a good friend of mine that's the manager over there at the Budweiser distribution facility. So I called him on his cell phone and told him, I said, hey, you know, your guy and truck number or whatever. So he'll have a bad day when he gets back to the office today. But whatever, it is what it is. I'm here. I'm fishing. It's Tuesday afternoon, morning. So what else can you ask for, you know? I'm getting tied up. I'm going to go hit a couple spots. I'm going to start with the donkey rig. I already have a chatterbait tied on. And then if I don't get anything on either one of those, I'm switching over to a big old 9-inch swimbait. So I'm hunting for one bite today. And that one bite I'm hunting for is the biggest fish in this lake. So if things go my way, I'll get a dink. How the hell did I just do that? I'm not even tied up yet and I've already tangled up my line. There we go. So this lake that I fish, and I've dedicated myself to, I'm only going to fish this lake this summer in the boat. This lake has the most structure of any lake in the county. So if I can get my damn donkey rig tied up here. There we go. There's one. got 1 leader tied. Gotta get a hook on that. Actually, that's a little long, but let's see. So bear with me, guys. No, this is not Hodges. Not Hodges. All right, come on. So I've started shortening up my leaders on my donkey rig. I've noticed that the shorter leader I've been having a little more luck with. I almost got the first hook tied on. I was going to tie everything up last night at the house, but by the time I got done cleaning out the boat, packing everything up, getting all my gear ready. Oh, that turned out longer than I wanted. Oh well. It was like 1:30 in the morning by the time I actually went to bed. My alarm went off at 5, and I was like, you know what, fuck that. I'm sleeping another hour. I ended up waking up at like 6:40. All right, there's 1 leader tied. Let me get the next leader tied. And I will have 2 rigs that are set up, ready to go. So, where did that hook go? In my foot, that's where that hook went. Ouch. Okay. Bear with me, guys. I'm tying up real quick. I usually try to tie up at the boat ramp if I haven't pre-tied stuff, but I didn't want to block the boat ramp today, so I figured I'd just come out here and get out in the middle of the lake here, turn the wheel to the right, and just go in circles while I'm tying up. So I'll get tied up. I'll get over to where I want to fish first, and then we'll get on some freaking big girls. Hopefully get on some big girls. There was I was talking to George, the guy up in the campground office here. So I'm at a campground. So to get your lake permit, because all you guys that are out of state, every lake that you fish in San Diego, above and beyond your fishing license, you have to pay for a lake permit, a boat launch fee, and parking pass. So it cost me $27 to come out here today with the boat. Okay, got plenty of leader there. But I was talking to the guy up there at the office, and he was telling me that yesterday one of the girls that was fishing here caught a nice big old 10-pound bass from shore, and he actually showed me a picture of it, and it's probably not 10, it's probably 7 or 8, but it's definitely a nice bass from the shore. Okay, trying to get my leader length measured out here. So one thing about this donkey is that you gotta have everything measured out just right. Okay, that looks about good to me. So I will tie that as is, and we will be fishing here in just a couple of minutes. I figured I'd start up live while I was out here, get some people in, and then I actually brought the tripod with me today. So I'll be able to set up and have a little bit better of a view for you guys than I normally do with just the phone holder on the boat. Audio is still going to suck. My external mic did not show up yesterday as it was supposed to. So I'm waiting on that to get here. They say it'll be here tomorrow now. So we'll see what happens. But now I just got to put a couple baits on my donkey rig here. I'll show you guys what I'm using on the donkey this morning. Is the Zoom Super Fluke in the bait fish color. Those will be my first ones today. If those don't produce anything, I will be moving on. Ah, shit, that leader's way too long on that. Gosh dang it. Well, I gotta cut it and retie it. My leader came out. I measured them up, but I guess my hook slid down or something, because it came up about 5 inches too long. So that's not a problem though. I'll just shorten it up real quick. Quick little Palomar knot thing back on and call her good. If it's a little longer than it needs to be, then it's okay, but I prefer my flukes on my donkey rig to sit right nose to tail. If they're off just a little bit, it's not a big issue, but all right. Let's see how that ended up. That ended up too short now, son bitch. So now what I'm gonna do is, because I tied that one too short, god dang it, they sit right next to each other now. So what I'll do is I'll just redo the other one, cut an inch or so off the other donkey rig and call it good, or the other leader and call it good. So, which is totally fine. I mean, they were longer than I wanted them to be anyway, so cutting a little bit, it's not a big deal. So, sorry guys, I'm tying up real quick, so I'll look at chat here and get caught up in a second. Once I get all this tied up, we're going to kind of move over to the spot I want to start fishing today, and we'll hopefully get on some fish. All right, there goes that one. Up there, stay there. All right. How are we looking? We're still looking short. Or long. Damn. I'm having a freaking day of it, I'll tell you. Hey, what's up, Noda? I just happened to look up and see Noda was here. I actually looked up to make sure I wasn't going to run into the freaking bank or a rock or something like that. So just happened to glance up and see it. So all right, so today we are chasing giant bass. It's all going to be about the big baits. Ow, son of a bitch, hooking myself, and quite possibly hooking into that lake record. That's a little better there on those flukes. So these, I know it's going to be hard to see. These are what those flukes look like that I'm throwing. They're the 5-inch Zoom Super Fluke. They're the salty Super Fluke bait fish color. This water is super green today. I don't know what the heck's going on here lately, but this lake is getting gross. My other bait that I've already tied on is just a Chatterbait in red craw with a red craw trailer. Red craw, it's a ridge tail craw in the red craw color. So hopefully that one of these gets me some good fish today. All right, get my fluke situated perfectly straight on the hook. You guys, when you're fishing a fluke, you want to make sure that it's perfectly straight on that hook. All right, we are tied up and just about ready to go. Oh, those sit perfect. They're nose to tail. They overlap just a hair. So let's I also brought today, which I might try out again today, is the Inu rig. If you guys have not seen the Inu rig, that's a freaking cool rig. It's a plastic, just a regular, you know, whatever you would normally rig up on a Texas rig, kind of a worm, but you rig it a lot different. You take a coffee straw and you poke 3 holes in the worm, and then you glue that coffee straw into those holes. And it's a lot more detailed than I'm talking about right now. I'm just kind of giving you a rundown of it. But what happens is you poke the holes through with the coffee straw. You get the coffee straw through there just right, and you put a hook. You put your hook on your line before you start running your line through the rig. And then at the end of your line, when you get it all through 3 holes, you tie on just a little split ring. And the way that works is it twitches in like an S shape when you twitch it like you would your Texas rig. And it's something the fish don't usually see, so they usually bite on it pretty well. So we are moving. Let me get the good old low ramps plugged in over here. I don't really feel comfortable running the fish finder today because my battery was dead at the boat ramp. But I'll just run it a little bit, see what happens. So there's some jackwagon that parked his minivan on the boat dock. So if I wanted to come in right now, I couldn't because the boat ramp's blocked. I couldn't get my trailer in the water. All right, so let's see who's here in chat. Wisconsin, cheers. Midwest, hey. Going to a movie, cool. Rod's here, Nova's here. Ty Money's here. I see somebody said Fat Cat was here. Fat Cat, Joshua. Welcome in, everybody. Ace is here. Ace, you ask me to catch an octopus every time you jump in, and I'll tell you what, I would love to be out in the ocean where I can catch an octopus, but unfortunately I'm in the freshwater. So guys, if you haven't hit that like and subscribe, now's your chance. We're going to, where do I want to start? I want to start over here. All right. Now this fish finder just pisses me off, man. I don't know to stand by. I haven't done the retrying thing on this yet, so let's see. What do you guys think? What do you guys think of this little spot over here? Let me get the boat turned around and I'll show you where I'm gonna try to fish. Need the damn fish finder to cooperate so that I can figure out my depth. And I actually brought the tripod today, so hey, Orp, what's happening, bud? Orp, the offer's out, man. I know you're not too far north of me, so the offer's there when you want to roll down and jump in the passenger seat here on the boat. All right, guys, fish finder's not cooperating today. I don't think my battery's having it, so I'm gonna get positioned up over here and I'm gonna cast into all this rocks and these brush and all this shit. So yeah, no worries, Orp, no worries. I completely understand that, you know. Life can be a bitch sometimes. All right, guys, give me a second. I'm going to anchor up and see if I can stay on anchor here. Catch. I think I caught. Oh, that was sketchy, just turning off the freaking motor. There's my tripod. I'll get my tripod set up real quick so that y'all can see what I'm doing. And it's hard for me to see chat, guys, while I'm watching, but I'll do what I can. Oh, come on, get in there, you stupid phone. I think I'm stopping. I think. All right. Flip that around. Get my fat ass out of the picture here. So, all right, guys. Let's see what we can do. First cast of the day with a donkey rig. So I'm just working this real slow. I'm letting it sink and I'm just giving it a few little slow twitches. And I'm pretty much only reeling to pick up the slack. I'll let it sink on a slack line for a quick second and then I'll reel in to take up the slack. So, Alan, what's good? Today is all about finding a giant. My goal today is to catch a freaking lake record. Ooh, that donkey rig hit and it spooked the fish. I saw him take off from right where my donkey rig hit. It's funny, somebody was talking the other day, I think it might have been Rod, talking about when we're fishing from the shore, we want to cast out as far as we can. When we're on the boat, we want to cast out into the shore. But here, where I'm at, I don't know if you guys can tell, but that shoreline back there, you can't get to it. It would take you a good 5 hours to walk around over there. And you're going to break some stuff trying to get through there. You know, rods, all kinds of stuff. That didn't get as close to the rocks as I wanted it. That's okay. What I've noticed here is the bass hold right up against the rocks. fishing a spot. I know this lake. I don't really need the fish finder here. I do like to have it just for the depths because the depth is always ever changing over here in this lake. But what's that? But I know that there's a drop off right out here, and if I can parallel that drop off just right, then I usually do pretty well. The problem with this lake is there is so many brush piles underneath that it's really easy to lose gear in here. I should get my cat rod out. I think I will get the cat rod out real quick while I'm here, because I'm going to fish this spot for a little bit before I move on. So let me get this cat rod rigged up real quick and get a nice big old kitty cat bait out there. Oh, come on. Unhook yourself from yourself. There you go. All right. Which one do I want to throw for the kitty cats? I'll throw my big old big dog here. It's a tuna rod right here. But I figure this rod will handle any kitten in this lake. Believe it or not, I'll show you this rod here in a second, guys. This rod, see how tiny that is? It looks like a bass rod almost. Is rated for 100 pounds. It's a 50 to 100 pound rod. This is the Penn Blue Water Carnage rod. And there is not a catfish in this lake. There's not a catfish on this planet that this rod won't handle. I've caught tuna well over 100 pounds on this thing. So I got to get it tied up here, and then throw on a big old fatty fat chunk of mackerel, and let that mackerel sit right here along this edge. This rod has 80-pound braid on it. So I am not worried one bit about getting broken off here on this one. Now, open up the bait. I bought 2 mackerel. I probably shouldn't have bought 2 because mackerel get gross as they thaw. So they won't stay on the hook very well. But if need be, I got some mosquito net type stuff somewhere around here that I can use to put the mackerel in a bag, basically. All right. Big old mackerel tail on there. Let me get this out here a little bit and then I'll come over to the camera again. Okay, there we go. Let's deal with that. It only goes that far. Okay. Well, that sucks. This rod holder does not quite fit this rod right. But that's okay. It'll do. It'll do for now. All right. We're back. So we set the clicker. Off just a bit because of the fact that there we go. Just because of the fact that that rod doesn't sit in that holder the proper way. All right, Kyle, what's happening, buddy? All right, back at it. Well, that doesn't get any more perfect to a cast. I just bounced the jig right off of those rocks over there. Hit the rock and slid down into the water. I think I'm moving again. I cannot stay anchored in this lake. I don't know what it is, but I just cannot stay on anchor in this lake. Ready. I have another anchor line. Hey, fun fishing. I'm half tempted to drop an anchor out the back. But right now, I think I'm okay. I think I'm kind of staying here. Actually, no, I think I'm moving. How the fuck? Okay. Oh, off and it tangled it. It's the problem with braid is braid tangles up so easy. Ties itself with wind knots and all kinds of shit. Exactly what it did here. It tied itself with a knot. Tell you already. Just by the way this braid's doing this thing already. I'm seriously tempted to just throw away. Tempted to just cut the braid, retie the braid. Stern's starting to turn, so, but I'm like 30 feet off, 40 feet off where I started. So let's see. Hey, 570 was happening. Okay. I can't believe I got out here so freaking late. Yeah, I've moved quite a bit off anchor. I'm drifting again. And it's blowing me away from where I need to be. I can't even cast where I was casting. Like I can't reach. So I may have to bring the anchor up and reposition, which is so frustrating. I got an anchor on this boat right now. It's supposed to hold a 40-foot boat. And I'm in an 18-foot boat. It won't hold me on my spot. I'm almost tempted to go tie up to a rock. Josie, what's happening? I could go tie onto a tree, but then I'm like fighting the tree, you know.
mackerel stinks so bad. I can smell it. I should have brought my little cooler to keep them frozen. I want that. If you guys haven't seen Rod's channel, go subscribe to Want to See My Rod. He's got this underwater camera that he's able to put on his line. So he's got a camera basically on his lures. Such a bitchin' view. We're fishing for big girls today, so I'm kind of slow rolling my baits. I can't slow roll them too much here because of all the snags in the bottom of this lake. But I'm fishing them slower today. In my line, I almost panicked. So the spot I'm at right now, there's a ledge, and let's see. Yeah, 570. It's Want to See My Rod. He's got this underwater camera that goes on his lure or on his line and watches the lure. So freaking bitchin'. He's got some really bitchin' video of pike on it. Why is this fucking tangling up all the time? Okay, this is something's pissing me off here. I do not know why my donkey rig keeps tangling. I really think, I'm really starting to be convinced it's because of the braided line. I'm cutting this shit and retying it. I'm convinced it's the braid that's the issue on this donkey rig. So I'm going to go ahead and say, guys, if you're going to fish the donkey rig, tie on a top shot of fluoro or mono or something instead of braid right to your main swivel. Because I'm noticing now more often than not that the braid is giving me an issue. Every twist and tangle I've had in this rig so far has been in the braid. This is an odd rig to tie too. What you do, tying the donkey rig, you put your bait on a leader with a swivel. I don't know if you guys can see that. You take your swivel. Okay, this is my main line coming off my rod. You take your shortest leader that you make, you slide that on your main line and just let it go. And then you take your other swivel with your other bait, and you actually tie that swivel on. You tie that one on as if it was a Carolina rig, basically. And because this has already got the leader tied on it, I'm going to do a Palomar. Maybe. God, this braid, this braid that I'm using on this rod is just shit. I had a Bass Pro Shop gift card and I ordered a bunch of their braid, and I can't recommend it. I cannot recommend Bass Pro Shop's braid, the store brand. I don't recommend it one bit. So see, once this rig's tied, this is what you're going to end up with. And then this one swivel, right? You have your two swivels right here. This one just free floats. So while I'm dealing with, I need to get back to where I can actually cast where I need to cast. So I'm going to bring this cat rod in for a minute. If I can get it all fucking wind knotted me all up over here. All right. Oh, you gotta be shitting me, man. Fucking braid and wind just do not go together. All right. Probably should tighten my drag down a little bit. So for braid, I prefer the Spectra Power Pro. And for my mono, or not my mono, I'm sorry, my fluoro for my leader, I prefer Seagar. I need to get better rod holders for these. Okay, so I'm going to move real quick. Oh, I got to pull the anchor up, I guess, first, probably, right? Usually helps to pull the anchor up if you're going to move the boat. I have a massive anchor on this boat, and it doesn't hold the boat. All right, let's pray to freaking God that this thing starts. There we go. So let's make a good move, guys. Let's make a decent little move here. Let me go over to my spot where I know I've got big bass, and I know there's a bunch of cat. Unfortunately, with my battery situation the way it is, I'm not going to be able to use the fish finder today because I don't want it to kill the battery. Salmon, what's happening, buddy? Mary, you're here. I have never seen Bouncer in any channels, man. What other names does that guy go by? Guys, sorry if it seems like I'm ignoring the chat. I'm not. You know, it's really hard to see my phone out here with the glare from the screen. Neil, welcome to UK. Nice. Welcome to California. Let's see, that's east. All right. Is there a bunch of crap going on in the chat?
Hey, to all of my mods, you guys have the power that if somebody's being an asshole in my chat, get them the fuck out of here. We don't stand for that shit. We're not here for assholes. We're here to hang out and fish and have fun. This lake, okay. This lake, the water levels dropped so much that I don't even like going over almost idle speed because of the rocks out here. I want to try to come in. I'm going to come up in here on this little point thing to my left. Oh, you guys are looking at my ugly ass. Shit, I'm sorry. Fuck, I'm sorry, guys. I'll pay for the eye bleach, I promise. I'm going to come up in on this point to my left over here and kind of tuck into it from the back, facing into the wind, and hopefully be able to stay on anchor over there. There's been some pretty decent bass and cat over there. And then there's been people catching bass, big bass from the shore. But I want to go where the people can't get to from the shore. Does anybody know, before you even start streaming, if you can select your mods for your channel? You can. There's a way to do it through the YouTube studio. I am not 100% sure how it's done, but I do know there is a way to do it. The easiest way to do it, though, honestly, is just do a live stream and wait for people to jump in and, mod them up as they're in the stream. That's the easiest way I know to do it. You know, I kind of like this little area right here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a hard right, and then I'll come back to a hard left so that I can turn around and face the wind and still probably not stay in my spot. And with the battery in the boat not working the way I want it to, it's really sketchy to plug the fish finder in. And the only reason I want the fish finder over here is to be able to use the down scan so that I can find the ridge lines that I'm looking for. Because you guys see the shoreline, that all continues out into the lake. But what I'm going to try to do, I think what I'm going to do is go up here and fish this little cove a little bit from the outside of it. If I anchor up just right and I can stay on anchor, I can hit this rock pile right here, that one right there. I can hit the trees over there, and I can hit the other rock pile. But you guys can see right here, I don't know if you can see it on camera, but right there, there's so many rocks that you don't see that are under the water here that it's just dangerous. It's absolutely dangerous in this lake in your boat because you will fucking rail some rock piles. Now, I know where most of them are, the vast majority, and I will hammer the throttle on this lake once in a while, but generally I try to keep it mellow here. I mean, the lake speed limit's 10 miles an hour anyway, but all right, let me jump up here real quick and see if I can. Oh, no, turn bow, turn. There we go. Let me see if I can get us to stay on anchor here. Hold on a second, guys. Stay? Come on, are we gonna stay? We might actually stay right here. I think we might actually be able to stay here. I'm gonna get the cat rod out and then I'll switch the cameras over. What I'll do with that. All right, here we go. Here we go. I'll take the camera out of here. Kill the motor. Flip the camera around, put it back on the tripod. I'm going to grab this rod, set this here. I'm trying to get myself set up so I don't really got to move around too much, guys. And I'm going to start off right here with a chatterbait. So let me bring the camera up. Guys, somebody let me know how the camera positioning looks for you guys, because I know it looks shitty on my side, but all right, here's what we're throwing. Little fire crawl looking chatterbait. I have my cat rod already out. I got my cat rod out. I got the bail open with the clickers on. I'm fishing that cat rod like I would, basically, like I would if I was fishing live bait for tuna. Leave the bail open. That way, the clicker will go, and then I can just lock the reel, and it automatically sets the hook. I am using circle hooks, so they're great for automatic hook sets anyway. Problem with fishing two rods off the bow, I could fish the stern. That's a little more of a pain in the ass. The problem with fishing two rods off the bow is that one rod's always in your way when you want to cast. Now I do have some bluegill swim baits here as well, so I could throw them too. But with as green and dirty as this water is, I want to throw loud baits. I'm actually staying on anchor, which is surprising. Now I do have my big, my other tuna rod, my big casting rod that I throw big, heavy tuna baits with.
like surface irons and poppers. Eventually, I'm going to start throwing. At some point today, I will be throwing the big old freaking swim baits as well. But I want to start off with the smaller, louder baits and see if I can get something going. I also have bread balls that I could probably use to churn up the bluegill. And if I could churn up bluegill, then the bass will come in. Once the bluegill start going crazy, the bass will come in and start feeding. Oh, that was right at the edge of that tree. That might be a good cast. Spot lock. You guys feel like being generous and hitting the cash app, you know, really use a freaking charge spot lock. I just don't want to spend the fucking $3,500 to charge them for them. Those baits are hitting the water a little too hard. I'm gonna let it sink and then I'm gonna pop it up and start ripping it. I don't know what it is about this boat. Just the slightest of the wind will blow you off anchor every time. It's a big heavy chatterbait. Every time it hits the water, it's just a thunk. God damn it, my chat froze again, guys. I'm sorry. My chat froze way back where Shoreline was asking about the mods. Black mods. Sorry I missed all that, guys. Actually, fiberglass, I don't mind fixing fiberglass. I'm pretty damn good at it. Growing up surfing, I got really good at fixing fiberglass stuff. You get these like little fur ball things that come off the trees that they get on your line and it looks like you got a freaking fray. Today may be a very, very slow day. But I'm really only looking for that one big, ginormous bite. There we go. Fish just boiled and revealed itself. He revealed himself, so I'm going to catch him. When the fish pop the surface like that, they're telling you where they are. Sorry guys, it's really hard for me to see chat. And I'm trying to focus on not snagging my cat rod while I'm casting my bass rod. And I'm using a color in this lake I've never used before. I brought 3 bags worth of shit. So I have multiple options of what I'm going to throw today. I'll throw this chatterbait. I'll give it 2 more casts. Then I'll switch back over to the donkey for a minute. I've actually never caught anything here on a chatterbait anyway, so. Oh, it's caught everything here on old school tactics and swim baits. This is a big swim bait lake. Now, when you're throwing those big swim baits, you might only get 1 bite every day, but that 1 bite is going to be a fucking lunker. I've caught a couple bass here over 14 pounds on the swim baits. I thought I had a lake record, and it turns out I was a couple pounds shy. All right, nothing doing on the chatterbait so far. And it's chattering, man. I can feel that rod just vibrating like crazy down there. So, let's switch over to my confidence rig, which is the donkey. I've caught more bass in this lake on this donkey rig. And not all of them have been huge. But they do tend to hit this thing hard. And I fish this rig pretty slow in this lake. You can fish it faster, but damn chat keeps freezing. Sorry guys, my chat just keeps freezing. Yeah, I'm targeting bass mostly, and I got a catfish rod out just because I can. Oh, I just caught a tree. Oh, there we go. Got it out. Thank God. So you guys can see the tree and all the rocks and all that back there. That's where the bass usually hang out in these lakes. And this lake is in that kind of shit. But I'm going to target this entire cove. I need to be able to cast out about 3 feet farther. Really want to get a bass on this thing for you guys. I love this. I love fishing this rig. Yeah, I don't know what it is, but YouTube's been stupid lately. They got like some stupid stuff going on. I know for a fact, like Thunderstruck, he's been having issues even getting onto his channel. So those of you guys that follow him, if you didn't know, that's part of the reason he's been not doing his lives the way he normally does. He's been having issues with his YouTube. how I'm working this? Let me angle the camera down a little bit so you can kind of see the rod. I know you can't see the reel and the rod tip, but I'm just a couple little twitches. And I'm taking up the slack with the reel. Then I'm a couple little twitches. And I'm taking up the slack. And then a couple little twitches to take up the slack. Then I'll let it pause for a minute too. I'll just sit here for a minute and let it pause and see. A couple more little twitches. Pause. And then a few like quick fast twitches. Pause. What that does is those bait fish are, those flukes are down there doing this like, you know, all over the place thing. They're really super erratic, so they look like bait fish. And the bass just love it. Now, I don't know why they're not biting today. Probably because it's already 100 and holy shit outside. And the bass are like, screw this, we're gonna stay in the house in the air conditioner. I really need to let me just rip this back in real quick. I need to reset this cat rod a little bit so it's out of my way. I just tangled that shit all over the place. All right, that should stay out of my way. Hopefully. All right. What the fuck did I do here? I wrapped them around like 9 different ways. Oh, I tied them in a knot? Is that what I did? I should not have done that. I did that. Now, guys, this donkey rig, I sell it as being a tangle-free rig, which for the vast majority of it is. But you can tangle the shit out of this thing if you're not paying attention. So I'll just let it hit and I'll let it sit for a minute. And I'll just, and it's not big, huge jerks. It's pretty much slow little jerks. Just enough to get those things to kind of like run around a little bit. If you guys go to my shorts feed, there's a short on there that I made about how to tie and how to fish this. And you can actually see them pretty good in the water doing their little thing on that video. Here the water is so dirty that I can barely see them even when they get right up to the boat. But when they come in and they're all tangled or whatever, right? They're kind of tangled up. You just grab them and pull, and the tangle comes right out. Because you have the two swivels doing their swivels. Okay, that might be a really good spot for that cast. I'm kind of trying to fish slow and steady here today because goddamn fucking chat. Damn, it just keeps freezing. Oh, that Karen, dude. Yeah, it's that fucking lady. She wrote a post on the Facebook community page, posted my picture up, and said a whole bunch of derogatory shit. So she threatened me on video that's going to the sheriff's. Just to make a point, just to prove a point out of her, you know. Make her an example. not a little cop calling bitch by any means, but you know, she deserves it because she also threatened that little kid. So that's what kind of really pissed me off, is how she treated that little kid that was over there. He was probably like 10 or 12 years old at the most. And she was threatening him as well. So I decided it's, you know, maybe she needed to learn a lesson. Don't threaten people. I just got hit. DNA, you feel invisible, not me in blue. I'm not putting any more mods on my channel right now. I'm testing the algorithm to see if it hurts, helps, or does nothing to not add mods for a little while. Yeah, that was a chick. I know, she sounded like a dude. She looked like a dude. But that was a chick. Yeah, that was a fucking methed up, twacked out chick. Oh, not in the tree. Oh, shit. Uh-oh. Donkey down. Donkey back. All right. That's the beautiful thing about throwing 30-pound braid is, oh, fucking look at that. See? I got the tree and it wrapped that braid up into the fucking swivels. It wrapped it up in there bad. Oh, maybe not. Yeah, it wrapped it up in there bad. Oh, you guys see that fish just fucking come up out of the water over there? Now that my donkey's tied in a knot. But that's fine because he just told me where he's at. So I will now throw a donkey at him. If I can get this fucking braid untangled. You know what? Fuck it, I'm cutting the braid. I'm not dealing with it. You guys, this Bass Pro Shops brand braid is fucking trash. The only reason I got it is because I had a fucking gift card. And I figured why not? But this shit's garbage. If you're gonna use braid, use a fucking good brand of braid. Bass Pro Shops brand is not it. I have more tangles in my braid than anything. I actually probably need to be in about 8 more feet than I am to be able to. All right, I need to cast where that bass just jumped, but I don't know with the wind I can make it all the way over there. But I'm gonna sure give it a fucking try. But by him jumping, that's 2 that I've seen come up out of the water. So what they're doing is they're revealing to me where they're sitting. So now that I know where they're sitting, I can throw baits at them. There's one right there, just keep moving. God, I messed up my paddle board. every day, but all right. Let me redo this braid right here. Let me start over. Start over because this stupid Bass Pro braid, I'm not a fan of it. I don't have this problem with the Spectra, with the Power Pro. I can be out on a boat in the middle of the ocean with the Power Pro throwing lures into the wind and not have wind knots like I do and tangles like I do with this Bass Pro Shop braid. What I really need to do is just go break down and buy the 1,500 yard roll of the Power Pro and string everything up with that. Because no matter what I'm throwing, I'm going to have on all my rods and reels, I'm always going to have braid for my main line. All right, there we go. There's the donkey back tied on. Took a minute, but I'm going to get this over by where I just saw that last fish pop. He wasn't huge, but he was there. And if I can get the skunk off the boat, then we can start going after those big girls. God damn, I wish I could keep up with chat while I was on the boat. It's hard to keep up, especially when it keeps freezing like it does. I'm hearing fish hit the surface everywhere. I think a lot of them are carp rolling. So you guys see, like, I'm basically just using the rod to reel. Like, as I point the rod back to my baits, I'm just basically using the rod itself to move the reel. I'm not fishing these really fast right here. Yeah, I can't get all the way in where I need it. I figured it up a little shallower. Now I'm going to move this one a little quicker, see what happens. You can vary up your cadence with it. Fish this rig fast, you can fish it medium, you can fish it slow. I tend to fish it slower. The faster you fish it, the more the little flukes do dance around. Let me see if I can just absolutely rail this in there. Oh, not quite, but almost. Then when they hit this setup, they'll either hit it like a freight train and just damn near rip the rod out of your hand, or you'll just all of a sudden feel some extra weight. Need to be able to cast like 5 more feet. You'll notice when I'm standing up on the boat fishing this, my rod tip's pointing down, and that's just to kind of help keep it down lower in the water column. day. Seems like a slow day. I've been here, been fishing for about an hour and nothing yet. See, they'll come in and they'll look all tangled up. So you just grab one of them and pull it apart, and they separate just perfect. That was a bad cast. I was right close to the rocks, but not where I wanted it. I wanted it a little farther. I know there's bass holding in this little cove. I actually caught my PB bass ever out of this cove that I'm fishing. Oh, there it is. There it is. That was an inch in front of that rock where it hit. These bass usually sit right on the rocks. So what I've noticed a lot with this donkey rig is the tangles that you do get are usually in your main braided line. And it's usually when you throw it, you hit a rock or something just off the wall. You get it into a snag and you yank the snag and it just, for some reason, tangles your main line. The actual flukes themselves on the leaders don't tangle. The main one is tangling the most for me. I just had a carp pop up like 2 feet behind the boat. Kind of tempted to switch over and carp fish. I have bread balls with me. Not mind catching a lake record carp here either. This wind's just blowing me around like crazy. At least I'm staying here though. Usually the wind blows me all over the freaking lake. God, my chat's just not going, man. Sorry guys, my chat is just all fucked up. Trying to keep up with it as much as possible, but it's just not doing its thing. Not scrolling. Yes, Danny, I agree. Let's try to get it to 100 likes. I think my personal best is 70. We're at what? 34 it looks like. 19 watching. I got a goal to get to the 1,000 mark on the subscriber count. My goal was the end of the month, which I only got a couple days left. I don't think I'm going to hit that goal. But I'd like to get close to it at least. There's a bunch of bushes sticking out here. That this lake has so many snags and stick ups and offshore rock piles, and it's just insane how much structure there is. Come on, bass. Here, bass. I don't know if I should start throwing a big swim bait yet, or if I should switch over to like a drop shot. I don't know what I need to throw. They're not biting anything right now. Let me see if I can get this between that stick up and that rock. About 5 feet farther, I would have been perfect. Let me sink. I don't know what's going on with these bass today. I mean, this is a tough lake no matter what. I've had days where I've come out here and got skunked. I've had days where I come out here and couldn't freaking put my toe in the water without catching a fish on it. But generally, this is a more difficult lake. And whoa, I had to stop that cast, otherwise it was going into the tree. George up there at the check-in booth was telling me they stocked a whole shitload of fingerling trout in here not long ago to feed the bass. So the bass might be all fed up. They might not be on the chew like they should be right about now. There we go. That popped right on the edge of that rock. And the way the wind blew my braid. Good distance of retrieval. Along that edge of the rock and that tree. But I haven't caught anything on this, so I'm going to switch back over in a minute to the chatterbait. Try that again. And if that doesn't work, then I will tie on a little bluegill swim bait. See if I can get something to bite that. Sink. Now I did bring some really secret baits that I may try. I'm afraid to lose them in here though, because they're fucking $18 a piece. I have some saltwater squids with me that could absolutely crush it here. I actually caught a nice 4.5 or so pound bass on those at a different lake here in San Diego. All right, so I'm gonna try something here. I'm gonna throw this and I'm gonna burn it. See what happens. See if maybe they want it moving. bigger fluke. Now, when you burn this rig like this, it stays up top as well. So there is no perfect cadence to this rig. This is one of those that you can play with it. You can play with the cadence. You can play with the speeds, the whole 9 yards. You can just straight freaking chuck and wind with this if you want. But I've noticed that the little twitches is where it's at. See if I can get that straight out there in front by that tree over there. Yep, I got the distance. I just a little bit more left, but I'm still fishing back. This is a rig too that you can get 2 fish at the same time, which has happened to me here. Something feels wrong. Especially with resistance. Yeah, they're supposed to. It just didn't feel right coming through the water. It felt like something was off. Once you guys learn how a rig feels, then you know what it feels like, not just something felt off. All right, I don't think the bass are biting in this cove over here. What I'm going to do. What was that? I got to check that. That might have been a. Nope, that was nothing. Okay. The wife's not feeling good today, so she's been kind of sick for about a week. So I got to keep an ear out for her possible text messages just in case shit, you know. All right, that Chatterbait is where I wanted it. I'm just going to kind of slow roll it through there. As long as you can feel that blade, you know your chatterbait's doing what it should do. But like I said, I've never got a fish on a chatterbait at this lake. Can you guys hear that ring doorbell notification through the thing? Yeah, you hear it? That's funny. Somebody's coming and going from the house. Might have been my dad taking the trash out, depending on it's about what it sounded like. Well, guys, this little area is not producing, so I'm thinking I'm in that portion of the lake that's dead. gonna chatterbait a couple more wings over here, and then we'll move on. Pick up anchor and go somewhere else. Sorry guys, I'm not trying to ignore the chat. It's just my chat keeps freezing, and it's a pain in the ass to actually see it with the glare I have on the screen. Man, I was not a fan of this rod when I first bought it. This is the Berkeley shock rod. It's a 7-foot medium heavy. I didn't like it. I was throwing finesse baits on it, but I'll tell you what, for bigger baits, I'm starting to like this rod. The handle here by the reel seat is too big. It's a little uncomfortable in the hand, but for what it is, for a $40 rod, I'm happy with it. Now that I've started throwing the right baits with it, you know. But the Berkeley shock rod is actually meant for braid. So the eyelets are a little more beefy and actually meant to handle braid. Ah, I got ripped and I got off. Who are you guys talking about? I'm missing something here in chat. No bass, no nothing. Something's off. Might be time to go after carp. They're rolling all over the freaking place. All right, last cast, and then it's time to make a move. I almost wonder if I should fish this chatterbait like a fucking jig. Aggressively like a jig. Let it hit the bottom and just rip it and let that blade do its thing for a second and let it hit the bottom and rip it again. I'm going to try that on this retrieve all the way back. Do a real aggressive pop. Let's see what happens. I'm throwing a red craw color, so that chatterbait at the bottom might not be a bad thing. Let it sit and just, I can hear as soon as I pop that rod, I can feel that blade vibrate. So you guys, a little secret, if you don't have a depth finder and you want to figure out your depth, take your bait, measure it right to the end of your rod butt there, drop your bait in the water, and count how long it takes to get your rod tip to the water as you follow your bait. So 4 seconds to drop 7 feet. So that's about 1.5 feet a second. Okay, 17 seconds it took to hit the bottom. So there's a deep drop right there. Oh, I'm going to lose that chatterbait this man. Son of a bitch. There's a deep drop with a deep snag. Oh, I got it. Thank God. Chatter. What the hell happened there? Oh, that's why it ain't chattering, see? Caught a tree fish. This thing's everywhere in this lake. Let's try something. Throw this out. Throw it out really. Let it just drop for a minute. See if maybe there's a couple suspended offshore bass. Nothing doing. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna pull the rods in. Lock that down so it can't go nowhere. I'm gonna pull them in. I'm gonna pull the anchor. And get the fuck out of this spot. Turn off the clicker because I hate listening to the clicker when I'm winding my line in. Still got my bait completely untouched. Put this rod back over here. I don't think I'm going to keep the tree. I don't like those. They don't cook very well. My damn anchor finally stuck and I'm fighting over here. Where should we go now? God, this anchor's heavy as shit. It's an anchor for a 45-foot boat. All right, let's put you guys back up in the cradle over here. Switch you around so you don't have to look at my ugly ass. All right, let me check my battery. I'm at 55%. All right, let's go for a boat ride.
Let's go. Where do I want to go? I want to go over here. I want to go fish this little spot over here I know of. While I'm on the way, I have breakfast. I should have ate breakfast before I left the house, but man, my fucking chat. I don't know. Any of you guys else that do live streams, your chat just freeze up. Like stop scrolling and stay on a message from like fucking 3 years ago. I don't have that option. I don't have the, hold on, let me see if that's it. Chat filter, all messages. All right, let's see. Man, I don't know where I want to fish next. Just seems like they're not having it anywhere. You guys see that rock straight in front of me sticking out of the water? 2 weeks ago, that rock was not visible. It was underwater. Let's see. You know what? Let's make a little run. Sorry about the noise, guys. We're gonna make a big move. We're gonna get out of this end of the lake. fucking fire department here. I'm gonna slow down. I want to see what's going on. Oh, I think they're just filling up their truck. Okay. I saw that. I came around by the boat ramp. The boat ramp's right over here. I came around by the boat ramp and I saw the fire department. And out here it's so rural that fire is also the medics. But it looks like they're just filling their tanks in their truck. We're up at the windy end of the lake now. It's going to be kind of hard to anchor up here. I think I want to go... I want to go over here. I know what I'm going to do. Hard right turn. Hard right. I got to start slowing down because this is where we start getting into the rocks and stuff again. Oh, crane cruising out of there. I don't know if you guys can see him on camera. There's another. Oh, it's a herring right there on the shore. Big old thing. They got a big old giraffe neck and freaking giraffe legs on those birds. All right. I'm wondering, throw this pig in idle real quick. I'm wondering if my fish finder will work. I need to get a separate battery strictly for the fish finder. I got a nice fish finder, but my battery in my boat, even though it's brand new, it's been giving me issues. That and my fish finder was mounted up on the dash right in front of me, and it fucking ripped out of the mount. So it's just like free floating right now. If I can get my ground scan going over here, I can check the structure length, the structure and the depth. And that's all I really care about in this lake, is the depth and the structure. I don't care about, well, you know, water temperature, because that tells me where the fish are going to be, but I don't care about the little actual fish finder part of it. This thing keeps turning off. What the hell is going on? I could actually probably know. Yeah, I got an idea, guys. I'm going to remount this thing tonight when I get home. I just found a decent spot for it. It doesn't want to turn on and load. I don't know what the hell's going on here. Come on, Lawrence. What's your problem? I should probably fish this offshore rock pile right here. Okay. So I need to go into... I can't see shit. My settings somehow got changed and I can't see the fucking screen. That's not what I want. I need to, oh, need to watch out so I don't hit this rock. Let me make a left turn. Go Ricky Bobby style here. And I gotta get to where I can see the settings to be able to brighten up my screen here. Let's see. I can't see shit. I cannot see the screen to go to my settings. Let's see. Downscan, that's not what I want. I want the chart plotter. Settings, there we go. Hey, it just all went away. Let me see if I can get it. I can't see shit. There we go. Hell yeah. Okay, brightness. Found it. All right. Pages. Go to my split screen. Oops. Pages. Is that it? Oh, that's the wrong one. Damn it. Pages. Oh, there we go. There we go. It's about fucking time. Now I've got... Now... Oh, yeah, boy. Now I can see what the hell's going on in the bottom of this freaking lake. I've got 100 million fish below me, but I think those are crappie. And I don't have any crappie jigs. I need to call the crappie man, and give me some crappie jigs. So now, what is my surface temperature? Is 74 degrees, and I am in 45 feet of water. And there's a big, giant hump right below me. There's a hump that goes from, oh God, there's a bunch of fish on this hump. There is a bunch of fish on this hump. Let me see if I can show you guys what I'm looking at down here. You see these right here? Those are like little bushes down there. And then that's the hump. And you can see how it's starting to drop off. And then all these little lines are fishes. Okay. Reconnect, you bitch. Okay. I'm listening. Put the phone on. So those little arches are fish. And that's kind of showing you the bottom contour of the lake. And now I have the split screen set up with the down scan and the sonar. So see right here, I'm coming up on this huge see that just like big peak? That's
big rock pile down there, and it drops off. So there's a bunch of big rock piles down there, and it looks like there's fish on it. There's definitely fish on it. So what I'm going to do is I am in 15 feet of water right here. So I'm going to try to let and anchor up. Now you see all that black shit up top? That's all just chatter from my motor. So what I need to do is I need to turn the boat around so I can fish off the bow. And I'm going to back up over this rock pile so that I know where it's at. Because when you're using you guys that don't have a fish finder or sonar or whatever, everything you're seeing on your sonar is history. Like, see, there's a big old brush pile right there. All that blob on the bottom, that's a big old brush pile. And then, okay, so here's that. Now we're backing up over that thing again. See that? We're backing up back over that rock pile. So I know that right now that rock pile is underneath me. And that comes, we're only in 10 feet of water right here. But what this is telling me is that it's not that you are seeing what you're coming up to, it's that you're seeing what you've just gone past. So what I'm going to do is real quick, I'm going to jump up here and see if I can anchor up on, holy God, the holy grail of fucking underwater structure. I'm going to see if I can anchor up on this and fish the offshore shit. I think I'm stopped. I am stopped. So what I'm going to do is I know that I just backed over that brush pile, but now it should be in front of me. So, oh no, I did not catch the anchor. Let me drop that anchor a little deeper. See if it'll snag. Come on, anchor, snag up. I will put that. I'll put that out there. Goddamn fucking signal piece of shit. Shit. It keeps kicking my cell signal, and then when it does, everybody bails out. So here's where we're at, guys. For those of you that stayed, appreciate it. We are
on a rock pile, or right off of a rock pile. And I got the cat rod out at the edge of the rock pile now. And I'm baiting, or I'm lining up my other rod. And I'm going to throw a little bluegill swim bait on here and see what I can do with that. Actually, I should be throwing a jig on this rod. I should be jigging on this rod, so that's what I'll do. I'll throw on a jig and toss a jig out here on this rod, and then I'll rig up my other big rod for a big swim bait here in a minute. But we're gonna try to jig this rock pile here for a little bit. So let me find what jig do I want to throw on there? Oh, hell no. I just fucked up. I just moved my rod with my monkey rig and it tangled all up into the cat line. Give me a second, guys. Get over here. Get over here. Get off of there. You don't want to be on there. You guys don't get along. Get away from each other. Thank you. You guys don't need to be near each other. We need better rod holders on this boat. Alright, so pick and jig. Picking jigs. So I have a black blue. Toss a black, because black blue is one of the better colors all around. I already have that one tied up with a trailer on it. Beautiful. Oh, I have a bluegill one too. Oh, I have a really loud ass, freaking annoying bluegill one. Swim jig. Okay. I'll throw that next. I'll throw the black blue first. And then I'll go for the bluegill color. The old blue gigi. With the black blue is one of my most successful colors on jigs. This is a 1/2 ounce that I'm tying on here. 1/2 ounce jig. So what I'll do is I'll jig the rock pile and see what happens. Hopefully, if we get lucky, I'll be able to keep my jig from getting all the snags. And there's a big old fat bass sitting down there somewhere. Wraps. Through there. And all right. So we're gonna pitch a jig and hopefully catch a pig. In the meantime, I'm going to power the fish finder off while I'm sitting here, because I can't see it when I'm fishing the bow anyway, and I've been having battery issues on this boat. I don't know why, I don't know what, but something is hungry and eating my battery. I have a brand new battery that's died on me like 3 times now. So it may be time to take it back and tell them that, hey, I bought this thing in April and it has had some issues. I want a new one. All right, let me get all situated over here real quick, and then it's on. Game on. I think maybe what I'll do is, since I already got the chatterbait rod up there, I'll throw the chatterbait first.
Sorry, I got the camera around. I'm gonna flip back to the tripod so we can bring you over here. Let's see, you're looking at the back of the boat. You want to be looking at where I'm fishing from. So, let me get up here, get the tripod set up, get the picture flipped around the other way, and now you're looking at my ugly fat ass. Alright, so Chatterbait, first couple casts. Oh, it's probably unlocked the rod holder. We'll go throw in a chatterbait. See if we can chatter up a big old bass right here. Drop. Don't tell me I just got sucked off anchor right when I cast. No, I just get turned. I'm up at the windy side of the lake, so the audio is probably shit, guys. I apologize. I do have my microphone. It was supposed to be here yesterday. Now they're saying it'll probably be here tomorrow, so that should help the situation. Pig back out here over this rock pile. Let that settle down there for a minute. Let it sink to where I want it. Get that blade at chattering. All right. So let me see if chat's still. Goddamn fucking chat's like 10 years behind. Time for the ignition, build spot, fish finder. What else do I have wired? That's it. That's it. Oh, the trolling motor. That's on a separate battery. And the trolling motor, unfortunately, decided to shoot itself. She don't work. I mean, I have, you know, the main stuff on the boat wired. No, I don't have it. Well, yeah, the nav lights are wired, but the guy I bought this boat from was a total freaking idiot. He didn't know what he was doing and fucked up a lot of stuff. So something somewhere, I think, is wired wrong. And I need to go through, honestly, and start from the wiring harness on the motor and rewire the entire boat. Because that's what I need to do, honestly. That'll be my best thing I can do. Rewire this whole damn thing. All right, give me a second, guys. Here, I gotta come over here. I want to add a camera mount for my actual GoPro, so I can use the GoPro. I have one on the motor, but it's blocked by the chair in the back. I have a mount up here on the bow for the GoPro, but they're low. They're on the floor, so it's not worth it. The guy about the was over in Arizona, and I think he was more of a like take the family out on the lake and pull the inner tube than fish. Because he admitted to me when first thing he said to me when I knocked on his door when I went over there to look at it was he opens the door and goes, "Hey, you're here for the boat." He goes, "I don't know anything about boats." And I went and looked around and was looking at shit, and I was like, well, it's obvious you don't know shit, but But because of the fact that he told me he didn't know nothing about boats, I smacked his ass on price. Tanja, welcome in, sister. How you doing? I'm gonna pin that message there. Oh yeah, thank you, Tanja. It's good to see you. How you been? Yes, my chat's all fucked up. It keeps freezing up, and then with the glare on it from the sun, it's really hard to see. Like really hard to see. So I'm doing what I can, but what I can is not always enough. So I'm fishing this rock pile down below me. It's got a bunch of bushes and shit around it. So it's like absolute perfect structure for big fish. It's also a perfect spot for leaf lures. I have some Crappy Man jigs on the way that I cannot wait to try. Cannot wait to freaking get those out of the water. Some of the colors he has look like they're just gonna absolutely freaking slay monsters out here. You're at work on your break and you're watching me? That's freaking on. That's awesome. Ooh, that might be a cast where I wanted it to be for a fish. This lake is so hit or miss. Like one day it's just absolutely popping off, and the next day it's shit. So I got 4 different rigs right now tied on. I got the donkey rig tied on. I got the cat baits out in the water. Something happens because I don't want to come out here and get skunked, especially after the morning I had trying to get here. It's like nothing went right. I was up until 1 o'clock in the morning last night getting everything ready and packed and situated and decided what I was going to bring, what I was going to fish with. I even made a list of what I was going to fish on what rod. And alarm clock went off this morning at 5 o'clock, and I was getting here. So, and road construction and road. The fucking boat wouldn't start at the boat. Actually, I had to jump it, and I had the battery tender on all night. So I don't know what the problem was. It's like in the morning when it's cold, it just doesn't like to start, and then after it starts. And I run it through the lake a little bit. It's all right for a while, for the day. All right. Yep. I let that chatterbait sink too far, and I got it. Oh, there it goes. I pulled it out of the hang-up. There's so many hang-ups and snags and all that shit in this lake. It's just incredible. But let me turn the camera and see where I'm casting towards. That little island of trees and rocks. That's what the entire bottom of this lake looks like. Beautiful lake, beautiful. There's just so many snags and hang-ups here. And so many spots where it drops. Just like from 4 feet to 40, all of a sudden, like it's just a shelf, a ledge. And then other spots out in the middle of the lake where it's like 4 feet deep. Nothing's walking the chatterbait. Nothing's walking freaking anything I've thrown today. It may actually be that time when I need to throw on a big swim bait and see if they'll rail into that swim bait. They might be wanting big meals right now. I forgot my sunscreen, so I'm gonna be a freaking lobster by the time I get home today. But I'm good with that. I'll be fine. It's my feet that are gonna burn the worst. Alright, let me see if I can get that over. Right about there. About 4 feet short of where I wanted to cast, but man, this fishing thing's getting expensive in this town. $180 to fill the gas tank on the boat. Another $180 to fill the gas tank in the truck. And then it was cost me $28 just to be able to launch the boat and fish here. I just saw a big carp come out of the water. So I'm at today's trip has cost me almost $400. Well, over $400 because I bought water and a couple blueberry muffins and a couple monster drinks. It's another reason I can't wait to get out of fucking San Diego. Get out of the shithole state, man. Everything is that it's, you know, almost. There we go. Jesus, I don't know why I just lose service like all of a sudden randomly here. I haven't moved. What I'm saying is, if you want to go to the San Diego Zoo with your family, you're gonna spend $300 to $500 that day minimum. Actually, no, you're gonna spend that getting in now. It's like $50 something, $55 or $56 a person to get into the zoo. So, you know, call it $50, right? A family of 4, that's $200 just getting in the door. And then say the kids want a freaking a hot dog and a drink, that's another $30 a person. And God forbid you want to buy the kids a toy at the zoo, you know, a souvenir or something. The little tiny, like, you know, like little tiny, like this big freaking stuffed animals are like $20. But yeah, I can't wait to get out of San Diego, man, where it's affordable. I should probably set up a carp rod. I got the cat bait out. I can only fish 2 rods here. But carp are freaking going crazy coming out of the water everywhere. I have not caught shit on the chatterbait. I've never got a chatterbait fish here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get this back to the boat. I'm going to pop that rod out of the way over here. Grab my jig, my black blue jig, and I'm going to see if I can get a jig fish. doubt it, but let's see. It's worth a shot, right? This fucking braid on here does. I need to. Somebody remind me to run this braid out next time I move the boat. I forgot to reel and then spool it back on wet. It tends to stay a little better. I just saw things jump over there. I'm gonna get this fucking jig into the thick of the shit. You guys hear that? That was a bird. I thought it was a whistle. I just threw that jig in some nastiness over there. Hopefully that's where the big fish are hiding, is in that nastiness. And I'll just slow roll this jig out of there. Oh yeah, I'm in some shit over there. I can feel it pulling through the cover. Up and over the trees and rocks and sticks. I have a windlass anchor system that I can put on this boat, but it's just one more bullshit thing to deal with on the battery system here. I got enough room in the battery box to put 2 or 3 more batteries. It's just one more bullshit thing to deal with. God, I'm looking at the bank line over here. This water level's dropped probably up at this end. It's dropped probably about 6 feet in the last month and a half. We really need rain out here. The creek that fills this lake, you drive past it on the way in. There's actually a bridge that you go over. And it was dry. There was nothing flowing. I run this jig into some shit that I'm probably gonna lose the jig where I'm throwing it, but that's where the fish are gonna be, is in the shit. Where are we at on the lakes? We're at 40. Can we get up to you guys? Everybody either left or stopped talking. I know you guys were chatting up a storm earlier. I don't know what happened. Did I get that boring and that ugly or what? It's funny, every time I ask people to hit the like button, it's like 4 or 5 people automatically just say, oh yeah, fuck you, and they leave. But whatever, it is what it is. I'm here just to have fun and fish and hang out with you all. I'm really surprised I'm not getting any cat. I might go up by the dam and see what I can rail there. Oh, I think I'm getting one up. Yep. I'll just catch. It's caught. Got blown off and then caught. Oh no, I think I'm off. You can see old fat rope. But I can see on the anchor line, I can see by what it's doing. If it's nice and tight and solid, I know it's holding. But you can see it like kind of chatter when it's not. I just don't understand what's going on here today. Cindy, woo! That's my best woo. I'm not a good wooer. Travis got it down, I don't. We're out here bass fishing, and Cindy, just in you Travis's honor, got a big old focus there. On just a jig. Nastiness of this tree over here, not getting a damn thing. I got the donkey rig tied up somewhere over here in the boat. I'll throw that over here a few times. And then if nothing else, it's time to move on to a new place. There's so many options in this lake. So many little points and little coves, and the amount of structure in this lake is just phenomenal. Right now I'm anchored up over a big old offshore rock pile. I'm not that far out, but you guys can see like the shoreline there. That just continues on all the way through. It's all the same all the way through the bottom of this lake. And as we spin, you guys will get a view of the dam here in a second. There we go. The dam's in that dip right there. And that drops off super deep, super quick over there. Alright, let me throw this back out. I was throwing that back in the shit in the bank. Let me throw it back out. So there's a rock pile right out there that I parked over. So Salmon, what's the deal with Bouncer? I'm not sure who the guy is, but like, dude, you and your wife are funny as fucking hell, and you guys have a hell of a sense of humor. I don't know how anybody could have a fucking issue with that. Sounds like he stuck his tampon in his asshole and is just pissed off. I don't know why it does that. Like, it just loses service because it's fucking stupid. That's it? That's what pissed him off? That guy needs to get a life. Fuck that guy. Wow, it cut out for just a second. Everybody got one person in here. What the hell? Oh, now it should. What the? Dude, there's something going on with YouTube. I don't know what it is. I know that Thunder has been having issues. Be able to do his lives. My chat keeps just stopping. And then like when I go to scroll chat, it loses service. I don't know what the hell the deal is. Yeah, I don't know what's going on, man. You guys, I have how much service? How does I say it? I think YouTube needs to fire some of their tech guys and start over some people that know what the heck they're doing. because it seems like it's a system-wide problem. You figure their IT guys would have it figured out by now if so many people are having the same problem. But apparently, IT is on vacation or something. Dude, this is badass. This guy over here is on a float tube with like a trolling motor on it. Sounds like he's got a little electric trolling motor on his float tube. That's pretty sick. Yeah, I'm not getting notifications for a lot of stuff too, I've noticed. All right. No hits on the jig. No hits on the chatterbait. No hits on the catbait. You would think the cat would want a nice, big old, greasy, stanky mackerel. So, I gotta get a better system for the boat. Every time I want to step off the bow, I gotta move the tripod out of the way. So let me move that rod. I'll move that rod. This rod. And tie it in a knot. Jesus Christ. Tie my donkey rig in a knot around the rod. But I'm going to throw the donkey rig over here for a minute. I will throw the donkey rig on every single stop I make. Whether I'm getting fish or not, I will absolutely always throw the donkey rig on something. Right now, it threw it around itself. Okay. It's funny because I kind of like, I shouldn't grab the rod tip that high up. I kind of give want to see my rod some shit. Just by like, every time he's like, oh, what should I throw next? I'm always like, oh, you got to throw the donkey rig. And I know it works. I've caught more than my fair share of fish on it. It's just one of those rigs. When they're on it, they're on it. When they're not, they're not. And it seems like today they're on nothing. They don't care about shit. So my chat stopped. The last message that it showed me was about not getting notifications. So I don't know what's going on. YouTube's got they got an internal glitch that's having some issues, I guess. You can see how I'm just like slowly reeling this and just like swinging it back and forth. That's making those baits just do this in the water. They just go freaking crazy in the water. Open the bail when you cast. Ooh, that might have been perfect. I just landed that right between two trees. I'll just kill it for a second and just let it sink, and then a couple little twitches and just let it sink again. And I'm gonna start it back up. I think it's too hot. Hey, Fighting Joy, I didn't even see you were here. Then again, my chat's not being nice to me today. It's not scrolling with the way it should. Hey, Tunji, you out of here? Going back to work? Have a great day. Thanks for jumping in. Appreciate it. Thank you for pinning the cash app up for me. All right, guys, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cast this to an offshore rock pile and let it just sit. I'm going to let it sink for quite a bit. I know this sinks about a foot per second, so I'm just going to I'll put my rod in the rod holder until that line stops moving. And once I know it stopped, once I see it stop moving in the water, I know it's hit bottom. You can see your line move through the water as your baits sink. So then once it hits bottom, flip my bail shut. And you guys, I know everybody turns the handle on their reel and start their retrieve on a spinning reel. Flip the bail back over by hand. It's better for your reel. But I'm not going to tell anybody what to do. It's your shit. You fish it how you want to fish it. And I'm guilty of doing the same thing. We all are. Okay, so far these fish are not having it today with anything. I've thrown a bunch of different baits at them. This water, though, looks like freaking... The visibility is literally zero. There is zero visibility in this lake right now. I'll show you guys here in just a second. But there is absolutely zero visibility in this lake. It looks like freaking baby shit and motor oil mixed together in here right now. I'm so convinced at this point, 3 hours in, that I'm not going to catch fish. I'm just here. I'm just here. Let me check it. Check how bad this water is. I don't know if y'all can see that. You can see how just fucking gross that is. Or did it, when I moved the camera, did it turn off? Okay. Yeah, look at that shit. It's just gnarly. Up here by the dam, they have some aerators. And they usually turn those on to aerate the lake. And last time they turned them on, it created an algae bloom, and then something broke with the aerator. So the lake's just getting worse and worse and worse. I'm kind of waiting for a fish kill to happen in here because of the way this lake's getting. Open the bail when you cast. I'm afraid though, if they have a fish kill here, it's going to kill all the big fish. They're the ones that'll run out. They need more oxygen. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull the anchor. Just going to pull it up off the bottom for a minute. Let myself drift a little bit. I'll drop the anchor back down. Just going to move spots. Alright though. Is that quick and turn me to the bows? the anchor all the way in and start it and move. I'll just drift a little bit, drift down a little bit. And hopefully once I stop, it'll swing the bow back into the wind. But I'm drifting pretty quick with the wind. Catch. Oh, there, I just felt it hit a rock. It's caught. The anchor catch. Hopefully that will spin me back around. Might have to switch sides with the cat rod. I don't know if it's switching. There we go. I didn't go that far, but I went far enough that I can hit all this angle. And now I also opened up a little bit more of what I couldn't cast to. Like I got a little closer to the stuff I couldn't cast to. So like where I couldn't get behind those trees and those snags, now I can cast into those. Or like get behind them where I wanted to be. Turn a little more. I think it's going to start turning. I'll be able to actually cast the way I want to into that. I just think today, I think the fish are shut off because of the heat today. I usually do really well here. Today I'm not doing nothing. So, the problem is I get stuck throwing the same shit over and over and over. So, what I'm going to have to do here in a minute is cut this donkey rig completely off and don't use it anymore. Unless I get bit. Then if I get bit, then I'll throw it more. So far, nothing's biting. They haven't bit the donkey rig. They haven't bit the jig. They haven't bit the chatterbait. I'll throw this donkey rig a few more spots over here, and if nothing happens, then I'm going to switch it to something different. Gotta be fish sitting on these rocks. It's where they usually hang out, right on the rocks. I'm really surprised there's been no cat bites. I need multiple anchors on this boat, I think. For some reason it just gets sucked into the wind. Still, oh, something was down there playing with it. Something was down there nibbling on it, just not big enough to take the whole bait. Probably the kittens. Since none of this is working, I'm putting the donkey rig rod away for a minute. And I'm going to go back over here and I'm going to sit down and have a drink of water while I tie on something different. So bear with me for a second, guys. The camera work's going to get shitty for a minute. I'm going to set the tripod down for a quick second while I grab my big boy rod and a big boy bait. Where did I put that? Oh, those are in here. All right. So I'm not going to bother putting the camera back in the holder thing there. The rod just swaying there or something. I can't tell if that can. Turn you guys around and watch this cat rod for a minute. I can't tell if it's just swaying in the breeze or what. I look up and it's bending. Bend and release, bend and release. So I think it's just the bait floating right down there. I have the clicker on. I have the drag super loose. So nothing should be able to pull that rod off. Hope. Fucking $600 setup right there. Last thing I need is that thing being pulled off the boat. I think it's just I set it so that the weight, I felt the weight hit, and then I give it a half a crank. So I think that bait's just down there floating around. So now the line went slack again on it. But I'm going to tie up. I've been saying all day I should be throwing a big swim bait. So I'm tying on a big swim bait now. I'm tying on an 8-inch swim bait. Rainbow trout. 8-inch rainbow trout. This lake is stocked during the winter with trout. So an 8-inch rainbow trout here should do fairly well. Why do I have? I've already used this swim bait apparently. Better braid shears. All of my braid to cut anymore. Come on, cut that shit. Gosh. We're gonna burn it off. Okay, so I'm bringing up the big old fat boy swim bait, guys. We're getting serious now. Hoping I can get the braid to go through it. It's a line through swim bait, so the line goes all the way through and connects to the hook on the belly of the swim bait. There we go. That's not what I want to do. Okay. It's hard to tie this because of the way the line goes through. You can't really do your typical knots. There. Go through there. Hopefully this knot tightens down this time. There we go. Now it tightened down properly. My knot didn't want to tighten down properly the first go around. Uh-oh. All right. Here we go, guys. Big old swim baits. Big old swim bait. Camera. Can't see the fucking screen to do it. There. Camera. You remind me in about 5-10 minutes to that. Remind me to plug the phone in here. So I don't know if you guys can see. That's what I'm throwing now. That was great. First cast, I backpacked the shit out of it. I'm probably gonna lose that freaking swim bait now. Amazing how far you can cast with this big rod. So let that sink a bit because I know it's deeper there, and I'm just going to slow roll it. And if I get bit on this thing, it's going to be a fucking sea monster. Half tempted to troll this thing around the lake. I don't really have a trolling setup though on the boat. I have to hold the rod while I'm driving. Oh, that thing looks awesome in the water. That thing looks just like a trout, just lollygagging through the water. Until I backlash it. And I threw that at the rock pile, so if it hits the bottom, I'm losing that thing. I mean, I got 100-pound braid on here, so didn't hit the bottom and didn't get snagged into anything. Good deal. Sorry guys, that actually was the wife. She went to the doctor because she's not been feeling good, and they're sending her to the ER. Doctor, but that's not usually a good thing. Okay, this thing's a slow sink, so I'm going to let it slowly sink and light up the smoke, and then I will wait to see what happens. What do you guys think? Should I slow roll this trout when I troll? Should I troll with it? This thing is so big. But they stocked this lake with trout during the colder months, and the bass just go fucking haywire for the trout. Yeah, what the fuck, what, motherfucker? You want to come in here and troll? My mods are going to kick your nutsack right out of this room. They'll probably fucking smash your head in the door on the way, so. All right, that's the wife again. I got to check that message. It's going to cut out for a minute. All right. All right. She's been hating it since last Thursday. So. And I did not just do that. Okay, good. I need this to sink faster. It's a slow sink bait, swim bait. So the sink on this thing's like 6 inches a second. I want to get it down deeper. The water temperature here, the surface temp is 75 degrees, which means that any trout that were in here anyway would be deep. I think honestly the best place to be throwing this thing. So what I think I might do here is I might roll up to the deep parts of the lake with the dam and see if I can get some big suspending bass up there on this thing. Actually, I know that's what I'm going to do. Drop that in the rod holder. Pull the cat rig in because apparently there's no catfish in this lake. They're hungry. And they got this big old fat fucking deal sitting here waiting for them. How the hell is that caught up like that? Boat moved and caught my line. All right. Whoa. Almost ate shit. So, let me pull the anchor, guys. heavy ass anchor. Okay. Now I also need to plug my phone in. Actually, I gotta throw this pig in reverse before I hit the rocks. Okay. Hang on, guys. I gotta plug the phone in. Give me just a second. Gotta plug it in and throw it in the cradle here at 12%. Okay, so I'm gonna cut out again for a quick second. I gotta check the text from the wife. She's currently, well, shit, that ain't good. So the wife is currently at urgent care. They're going to be doing some lab work. They think it's her appendix that's been giving her the issue lately. And once the labs come back, they want her to go to the actual emergency room and do a freaking CT scan over there. Yeah, they said they don't know if it'd be surgical or not. They got to do a CT scan. Oh, excuse me, y'all. Monster drink. Hey, David. All right, y'all. Hands and feet. In the vehicle at all times. Place your tray tables in their upright positions.